Good evening, this is the Oscar expert here with Brother Bro, and we are going to take a look at the first nominations of the season. We're talking about the Gotham Awards. They're like the Indie Spirit Awards, except they're not them. Are the Gotham Awards something that we look at to predict the Oscars? Not really. Not really. And I can give you some fun facts on why you shouldn't take them overly seriously. So last year they nominated Reality over like May, December. Okay. They didn't nominate Coda in its year. They did not nominate Sound of Metal, but they nominated the Australian horror film Relic. In the past 3 years, their supporting lineup, which is a gender-neutral category of 10, only got, 2 of those actors got nominated at the Oscars, and lead is about the same. In Best Feature, sometimes they have no overlap, sometimes they have 1 or 2 films. They've had 3 before. Also, they don't allow international films to make it into the Best Film category. You have to have at least some people that are from the US on your producing, directing, writing team. Anatomy of a Fall, Zone of Interest weren't there, but they were nominated in other categories.
Last year, the only Best Picture film in the lineup was Past Lives, which ended up winning. And this year, if you had to make predictions, what would you say is going to show up
Here's
here?
the thing.
Would you predict Anora, The Brutalist, and Nickel Boys here?
I don't know. Keep going down the list. Sing Sing, A Real Pain, The Substance, Dee Dee. I saw the TV Glow. Challengers is eligible because there's no budget cap. A Different Man. Baby Girl, Queer, Exhibiting Forgiveness, Love Lies Bleeding, Janet Planet, His Three Daughters. Those are all movies that I wrote down that maybe they could pay attention to somewhere. So if something's not there that I want to see there, it's not the end of the world. But obviously I absolutely expect Anora's going to show up. I have a good feeling about Nickel Boys, Sing Sing, doing well. I think Dee Dee's going to show up. At least for Joan Chen. I hope TV Glow shows up in a couple categories too.
There's usually a film that we have never heard of in here, actually, that gets nominated. You have any wild card predictions for the film that...
How am I supposed to predict a movie I've never heard of?
I don't know.
Let's just take a look at the nominations, shall we? So Best Picture is Anora, Baby Girl, Challengers, A Different Man, and Nickel Boys. Let's go Nickel Boys! I'm so happy that's being embraced here.
I think that was a really important one for me because, okay, The Brutalist isn't here, which is strange. Is this just a really good year for indie films, or is it weird that none of the films here were unexpected? There are no films here that I've never heard of. Not even close. I've actually seen all of these films.
Hey, that happens sometimes. Yeah. I've seen all the films in the lineup before. It's just the past few years they've done a couple that I didn't expect.
These are all 8 out of 10 and up for me, so I'm personally very pleased. Yeah,
and
really good picks.
As far as Best Picture overlap, obviously Anora is going to happen, and then, maybe Nickel Boys. And that'd be in line. If they did 1 or 2, it would be very much in line.
Perhaps Challengers could do pretty well and with precursors in general.
Well, you'd hope so, but just again,
yeah,
we can't. This is no Signal. International feature. All We Imagine Is Light. Green Border. Hard Truths. Inside the Yellow Cocoon Shell and Vermiglio.
Inside the Yellow Cocoon Shell, that's one I was telling you is going to show up on top 10s because that is a 90-something on Metacritic. Also, interesting to see Green Border here because that didn't really have a release, but critics really loved it. And it was a very good movie.
Documentary feature, Dahomey, Intercepted, No Other Land, Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat, and Sugarcane. This category you can a little bit use for the Oscars if you want to.
Do you think Dahomey, even though it's 1 hour, could actually stand a good chance to get nominated?
I think that there are films like this that gain some traction in the early stages that just don't make it to the Oscars. I will say that I think all of these, except for one, showed up on the IDA shortlist. Oh, and Union. There's 6 nominees. Union's one. Union missed the IDA long list.
I think all of these are contenders for the documentary at the Oscars, except I don't know what Intercepted is.
Best Director. This is the first year that they've had a Best Directing category. Let's see what they've got here. Payal Kapadia for All We Imagine Is Light. Wow. Sean Baker for Anora. Guan Hu for Black Dog. Did you see Black Dog?
Yes. I wasn't as big of a fan as other people, but I was also really tired for that.
Jane Schonbrun for I Saw the TV
Oh,
Glow.
nice.
Let's go.
Nice.
And Ramel Ross for Nickel Boys.
Fantastic.
Let's go. This is a great lineup.
So I guess Anora's taking, picture director.
Yeah, probably.
It'd be cool if they did the Nickel Boys and just went a little bit, their own way. But I like that I Saw the TV Glows here. Would have liked to see it in picture, but that's a great nomination.
Yeah. Screenplay, Between the Temples. I kind of gotta see that maybe. I heard it's good.
Oh, yeah.
Evil Does Not Exist. Wow. Femme. Oh, that came out really early this year. I thought that was last year. Okay. His Three Daughters. Nice. And Janet Planet. Wow.
That's totally different
wildly
from the picture category.
Different from... Yeah, there's no... Wait, is there any overlap between director or picture here?
No.
Wow, okay. There you go.
Good for them, though.
And some people are going to be like, oh my god, Anora's not here. What's happening? Nothing's happening. Breakthrough director. Shuchi Talati for Girls Will Be Girls. That was at Sundance. India Donaldson for Good One. That's a great nomination.
Very good.
Alessandra Lacaraza for In the Summers. Also a Sundance film. I didn't see. Oh, Vera Drew for The People's Joker. Wow.
That's a good nomination.
I like that. Hell yeah. Mahdi Flayfel for To Land Unknown.
Oh,
we saw
we like
To
that movie
Land
a lot.
Unknown at TIFF.
Yeah.
It was very good. All right. Outstanding lead performance. This is fun. Pamela Anderson for The Last Showgirl.
Huh, there she is.
Good for her to show up here.
Yeah.
Adrian Brody for The Brutalist.
Oh.
So they just didn't nominate that in like director screenplay. Wow. Kind of crazy.
I don't really understand that, but I'm not going to read into it too much.
And maybe he'll win. Colman Domingo for Sing Sing.
Nice.
Another film that could have showed up.
Could have showed up
somewhere else, but you know, it didn't. Marion Jean-Baptiste for Hard Truths.
Fantastic.
Great nomination. Already I'm seeing 3 performances that have like a really good shot for the Oscar. Nicole Kidman, Baby Girl.
Well, of course. They nominated Baby Girl for Best Film.
Keith Kupfer, Ghostlight.
I would expect that.
I was hoping for him to show up here. I'm glad to see it. Mikey Madison for Honora.
Yep.
Demi Moore for The Substance.
Oh.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
So The Substance eligible, and they had to go out for her here. They had to go out
Should have gotten director, but oh well.
Saoirse Ronan for The Outrun. Justice Smith for I Saw the TV Glow. Wow, okay. Looking at like the last few years, you know, the overlap in the last 3 years has been 1 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 1 out of 10. If you're making a safe choice, you're saying Brody, Domingo, and Madison. So that's like 3 pretty much at minimum, unless Sing Sing just falls off a cliff.
Yeah, you know who's not here is Daniel Craig for Queer.
And, you know, Baptiste, Kidman, Ronan, those are all maybes for the Oscars. So this could be a year where we have 4 or even maybe 5 overlap here.
Challengers is going on 1 nomination so far. Just 1 nomination for Best Film. There's no Zendaya.
Well, again, they have separate nominating committees, so that's why each category looks pretty different. Let's see Outstanding Supporting Performance. We have Yura Borisov for Honora.
All right.
Now,
that's actually kind of important because I want to see who from Honora can get these nominations. And I think we agree that's the most likely one.
Oh, I've settled that it's going to be him. I've seen
but that you
people
actually
gathering around him, and I think there's a shot.
There's a shot at a nomination?
Yeah,
and
but
you think
I
he's
feel
going
like
to get attention.
It being reflected here is kind of important to me. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll see another actor from Honora too. Like, I don't know. Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. Okay, nice. I actually thought they might put him in lead because they're allowed to do that, but you know, they're seeing him supporting, I guess. He might win this category. Daniel Deadweiler for The Piano Lesson. Was expecting that as well. Bridget Lundy Payne for I Saw the TV Glow.
Fantastic.
I needed that as well. So now that has 3 nominations, 3 big noms for I Saw the TV Glow. Natasha Lyonne for History Daughters. They're keep coming with the good picks here. Clarence Macklin for Sing Sing.
Expected.
Love to see it.
Yep.
Katie O'Brien, Love Lies Bleeding.
Great.
Currently a flawless lineup. Guy Pearce for The Brutalist. Okay.
Oh.
Adam Pearson for A Different Man. Also a great nomination. And Brian Tyree Henry for The Fire Inside.
Huh. I love Brian Tyree Henry here. I love Adam Pearson. There's a lot of really good nominations here.
Oh, yes.
I'm a little confused. They didn't do Felicity Jones and they did Guy Pearce instead.
I'm telling you, people are just more high on him than her for some reason. And I don't see it. I don't know why, but it's true. Very nice. Very nice. Nothing for Amelia Perez.
That kind of makes sense. They wouldn't go for that.
Breakthrough performer Lily Callias for Good One.
Nice.
Ryan Destiny for The Fire Inside.
Great.
Maisa Stella for My Old Ass.
That's really good.
Yeah, she was good in that. Isaac Wong for Dee Dee. Wait,
man, Dee Dee.
Joan Chen didn't even make supporting. That was supposed to be a huge layup. Supposed to be a huge layup.
That was a prediction I was making. Well, actually, I was predicting that for the Indie Spirit all year.
It's based, yeah.
They end up being pretty different from.
They end up being different. I mean, if she didn't make either that or Indie Spirit, it'd be like, damn, really?
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay, so there's Dee Dee's only nomination. Wow. And why wasn't that film in Breakthrough Director too? And we have Brandon Wilson for Nickel Boys, which is great. Both him and Ethan Hearsay were great. I don't know how they decided on one over the other, but I like seeing my Nickel Boys nominations. What can I say?
Wait.
You okay? What's wrong?
There's a Nickel Boys nomination that you're forgetting that didn't happen.
Nope.
Yep.
Oh, Ingenue Ellis.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
How could you not nominate Ingenue Ellis? Come on, guys. This should be easy. I don't know.
You know, it kind of makes me fear that people will forget this performance, and maybe she just won't.
We'll see what happens.
But you know, I am looking right now, and I have a list of everybody who voted on the Gothams, and I'm confirming to you now that they're all film critics, and there's 5 people per category who decide, and they're different 5 people for every category. So how seriously can we take this? They nominated some really good performances. They highlighted some good films. And that's really the purpose that we should be looking at them to be.
Sing Sing, I think we're going to see a pattern, honestly, where it doesn't show up in Best Film, but it shows up in the acting categories.
Hey, if you got 2 actors holding on, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I think if they're really holding on, which I expect they will, especially Coleman Domingo. I mean, who else are you going to nominate an actor this year? They did present some alternatives. Like Keith Kupfer would be a great nominee. But that movie doesn't have quite enough visibility, does it? I don't think in a year of 10, Sing Sing would fall off, but it could be easily a bottom 5. They don't do an ensemble award here, right?
The ensemble award was the piano lesson, but they gave that out before. And also, Denis Villeneuve won a directing prize for Dune 2. Baby Girl in Best Film is quite fascinating.
Yeah.
Maybe critics really will like it.
They didn't do Harris Dickinson, but I guess he's kind of a lead, so it feels a little weirder to put him in lead. They also didn't do Sebastian Stan in A Different Man.
Oh yeah,
well, again, there doesn't need to be consistency between the categories, right? Because they're different nominating
I expected
committees.
him though.
Also, Best International Film: No Seat of the Sacred Fig, No Amelia Perez.
Not in sight.
Yeah,
not in sight. Nothing for Exhibiting Forgiveness.
Oh, yeah.
I thought Juliette Nicholson would show up for Janet Planet.
Exhibiting Forgiveness has a lot of great performances, and I think it was a missed opportunity to not nominate anyone from that film, especially John Earl Jelks for his supporting performance, just because no one else is going to do it. Like, that movie isn't really making much noise, but it is a very good film if you want to check it out.
It's also out, I think. Also, Nothing for Room Next Door. You don't have to read in that if you don't want to, but like that, I think that, you know, like everything else.
That's sort of funny. That's sort of
probably
funny.
eligible.
Man, I'm telling you, people don't like it that much. Like, people are making it out to be like, oh my god, because it won Venice. Like, people, you know, there's passion for it. It's like, I haven't seen it.
Let's predict who's gonna win stuff. So, Best Feature, I think, is probably gonna go to Honora. Usually it goes to the one that's like the most Oscar-y. The last time it didn't was 2018 when they gave it to The Rider. It's gonna be Honora.
It's gonna be Honora.
It's gonna be Honora. International Feature, I think that's probably gonna be All We Imagine Is Light.
Yeah.
That got directing. Best Documentary Feature, I'm gonna say maybe No Other Land.
I would say that too. They have the opportunity to shine a spotlight on a current issue. Best Director, Sean Baker.
Probably Sean Baker, but this is the first year they've done it, so maybe they'll be keen to split it. Maybe they'll do Payal Kapadia or maybe Ramel Ross.
That would be fantastic.
I think you got to predict that Sean Baker would take it. I do remember one year that The Lost Daughter just fucking swept. And, you know, Passing was very well represented that year, so people thought they were going to kind of split them up. No, they gave all the awards to The Lost Daughter, so going to go with Honora here. In Best Screenplay, none of these are really Oscar contenders.
It could go any direction, honestly.
It really could. Probably not Femme. Maybe Evil Does Not Exist could win. I think critics like that a lot. I don't know.
Maybe His Three Daughters?
I guess it could be His Three Daughters. I did get one other nomination. Breakthrough Director last year went to A.V. Rockwell over Celine Song. It seems pretty unpredictable overall. I would say perhaps India Donaldson is a contender here.
It seems like it could really go anyway, so I can't really speculate.
Outstanding lead performance. I mean,
do they usually go with the closest to the Oscar?
Kinda, yeah. Last year it was Lily Gladstone for The Unknown Country, but we all know what it was really for. The year before it was Daniel Day-Weiler for Till, who beat Cate Blanchett for Tar, and Michelle Yeoh. So maybe not. Maybe it's not always that. They can do a lot of things here. I mean, Mikey Madison might be the best bet. I would love to see it go to Adrian Brody.
I think Mikey Madison's obviously the most likely, but again, like, they could go in any direction.
They could go with Baptiste if they want to.
Yeah,
like,
that would be really good.
They could do things here. They could do things.
Maybe Coleman Domingo, honestly. I think Coleman Domingo has as good of a shot as Brody in this category.
Oh, I'm not sure. An outstanding supporting performance.
Culkin or Deadweiler, perhaps?
They already gave an award to Deadweiler the other year.
I guess.
I think that Culkin stands a good shot. Maybe they would want to do, like, Clarence Macklin or something. My bet would maybe be on Culkin. Breakthrough performer.
Ryan Destiny? Actually,
you think that's... I don't know if it's...
Ryan Destiny is really good in The Fire Inside, and it's probably the closest performance to an Oscar performance if you want to go there.
Well, they might not want to go for the Oscar performance because they might not like that The Fire Inside is a more kind of mainstream Hollywood film.
It's not really, though. It actually does play like an indie.
But Lily Colias is like the type of performance they would like to award too, though, because she's very like Sidney Flanigan and Never Rarely like.
Yeah, but she doesn't quite have that scene that Sidney Flanigan had.
I think I would predict Lily Colias, though.
Really?
Yeah, I think The Fire Inside is just not as much like the flavor of this voting body. They love their like indie coming of age films. Maybe it'll be Isaac Wong. Who knows?
That'd be cool.
Anyway, those are Gothams. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing.
Who do you think is going to win the acting categories?